I started a drone business 4 months ago. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 things that I wish I knew as I was starting this journey. One of the first things I wish someone told me before I got my Part 107, before I started a business, was that you can actually get started before getting your license. Obviously, I don't want you breaking the law. All right, you can't fly for a business purpose. But before you have a business, there's nothing stopping you as a hobbyist from asking your friend to take photos of their house. This is a way that you can build up your portfolio, then you're ready to go the second that you get your license. Honestly, you should be trying to build up your portfolio by taking your drone almost everywhere you go. Capture different kinds of sceneries and different unique settings that only you could be taking. Basically, you want as much experience as you can before you even get your license. This will help you be more confident on your drone shoots and as you get started. Going along with getting as much experience before you even get started, the second tip that I have for you is to know your equipment inside and out. You should know how your drone flies in different temperatures and different wind speeds. You should have an understanding of what it's capable of doing. I know when I first started flying, I was scared to take my drone up super high. I was scared to fly around certain areas. It's a scary thing, you spent a lot of money on it and it could crash at any moment. But realistically, it's not going to just fall out of the sky. I was just scared, but as you gain experience, you build up that confidence, and that leads you to getting better footage, getting better photography, and just capturing your event better. Along with your equipment, you should understand how your camera on your drone works. Test it out in different lightings. Test out all of your settings to make sure that you understand how your settings work. Start using the pro mode of the drone and understand how your camera works, how you can manipulate the controls to work for you. Make sure you're comfortable using your ND filters and how that looks on your equipment as well. I say this all because there should be no surprises when you show up to a drone shoot. I remember my first night flight. It was actually on shoot for a client. I was testing all sorts of new equipment, like my anti-collision lights that apparently I put on improperly. So I had to fix that while I was at the drone shoot before I could get started. I was also trying out my camera for the first time in low light. Believe it or not, I hadn't flown at night before. And believe it or not, the footage turned out awfully. It was grainy, and there was too much glare. There was no way of fixing this. I had to have an awkward conversation with my client about why I couldn't deliver their photos because I was inexperienced in that regard. That's why I'm telling you right now, just get as much experience as you can and understand your equipment inside and out. The third tip I have for you today is to treat every customer like they're your number one client. When I first started out on this drone journey, I thought that it was important to do some free shoots, and I recommend others do the same. Ultimately, this helped me build my portfolio, gain credibility for my work, and helped me build my network. Even when doing those free shoots though, I thought it was important to pretend like the customer was paying top dollar. I took that into consideration when thinking about my delivery times, thinking about the quality of my work, and overall how I was interacting with the clients. The reason is because hopefully these people are going to be your future clients. Hopefully they thought that your work was so valuable that they're willing to pay for it. On top of that, they may even become a long-term customer, gaining more and more shoots from you. The return on your investment is astronomical at that point. The last 2 tips for you are things that I continue to struggle with as I'm growing my business. The first one is using your existing network to your advantage. You have all sorts of friends and family who are there who want to support you on your business journey. Sure, they may not be your typical clients. They may not be the real estate agents or the city planners that you need to talk to. But they may be willing to help you get your message out there and reach new clients. Even if they helped you get one client, wouldn't that be worth it? These are free leads just waiting to be touched. Really, when you're starting out on your drone journey, it can be really hard to find clients. You should use every advantage that you have to ensure that your business is successful. Finally, and this may be the most important tip I have for you, but it's to build up your social media presence early on. Social media has been the number one way that I've been able to get and attract clients for my business. By building on my Instagram profile, I've been able to show my experience of drone photography. This has helped me get clients and build my network. Social media is one of the first places someone might go when they first learn about your business to hear more about you. And again, this is something you can start even before you have your license. I'm still guilty of this though. Even though most of my clients come from social media, I've pretty much only built an Instagram profile. I think that a Facebook page could be super beneficial for any drone photographer. along with the LinkedIn to maybe try and connect with the real estate agents. But all of these different social media platforms can be overwhelming. In my opinion, I think it's important to focus on one social media and really build that out and grow your depth in there. Wait, I have one more tip. Here's a bonus tip for you guys, and this is something that I dealt with a little early on, but it's just to make sure that you know the laws for your area. Not just the laws of the air for your Part 107, but it's important to know the local laws and regulations for drones. This is something I was guilty of. I was flying on a college campus and the police came over to me pretty quickly. Apparently there's something called ordinances that are like laws for certain areas and stuff. I didn't really know that at the time, but obviously they told me about it. I had to bring my drone down and stuff. They had threatened to take my drone away and they threatened to do some stuff. I got away unscathed for the first time, but they said don't come back. So yeah. So just be careful and understand the laws and regulations in your area. Ultimately, starting a drone business was a little harder than I expected. But none of us really thought it would be easy, right? The best thing you can do is keep going, make mistakes of your own, and just learn from them. Ultimately, the only way to lose is to quit and give up.